Sorry, air conditioner very loud. There we go. Turn that off. There we go. And let's get going on this thing. Oh my god. I'm actually really excited to start coding here. I had an epiphany this morning. There's this thing that happens when you go to sleep with a problem in your head, and the little brain fairy that is your, I guess, subconscious mind, whatever, it still keeps working on it while you're sleeping. And damned if the next morning I'm drinking my coffee at Starbucks and I don't get like a really good idea right there. I mean, it happened. I think it's a really good idea. I got excited about it. The thing that made me excited about it is I could tweak these things called a block pad a little bit, and I could tweak these blocks a little bit with some new rules, and there's something that happens that I call emergent puzzles, and it means like you just, without really trying to set up a proper puzzle, you just throw a few things down kind of quick, and it ends up being fun automatically in a strange emergent way without requiring much in the way of design. And whenever I see emergent puzzle behavior, I get kind of excited. That means I'm on the right track. It means the thing that I'm going to make has a lot of puzzle potential. And so I was just sitting there in the AM and just putting just a few things down on a little notepad and saying, oh, hey, I just made a puzzle. I wasn't even really trying to make a puzzle. So that's cool. That's the thing that makes me happy. So I'll kind of walk you through what I'm going to try to do here. I'm going to try to eat. I was like so excited to start streaming that I didn't eat first. So I'm going to eat a little bit, but I'll be nice to you. I'll change the view so that it is not showing me eating that much. It will show me off in a tiny little corner. I'll be munching on a few things. I won't talk with my mouth full of food though. I'm just not a jerk like that. Got some manners. So yeah. Yeah, I think while I'm eating, I'm just gonna like fiddle around with blocks. I'll quietly eat my food and fiddle with blocks. Okay, I'll be right back. Back. My apologies for anyone that watched that earlier part with me eating. I'm just going to try and do my eating before I start next time. Yeah, you need certain standards of professionalism. Okay, so I fixed one bug just now where you fall through that. That was just a little raycasting thing. Saw another bug here when I push on a block at the bottom, and it, instead of being destroyed, it can just push through. It can push all the way through. I understand how to fix that. I understand why it does that. I like to fix bugs when I see them, because they'll be harder later on if I don't. So let's fix that. I don't think it'll take too long. Push. So every time that I move a piece when it gets pushed, I need to check. I need to check for pieces falling above it. Okay, M piece, util. Okay, that should be just above. Push row. Height. Ref board. Ref effects. Ref knobs to activate. Okay. Let's try it out. Sun's still off. Did it? I think maybe it loaded the old version. I'm gonna try it one more time. I say one more time like it's gonna be the last time. I don't know. I might have to try it 10 times or 5,000. Yeah. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's check the debugger. This is where I think it would stop. So that's pushing on flat. This is where the movement's made. This is the old location. Start debugging. Okay. If I don't learn something quick, if I don't fix this quickly, I'll write a unit test. Okay, so push call 30, 23, 1. Okay. So why aren't you dropping? I think that should not be null. Null. 30R2. Oh, I know why. Because I put in the destination instead of the starting coordinates. So if I go landing piece call landing piece row landing piece. Okay. I can almost guarantee this works. Almost. I'm not quite prepared to guarantee it. Like, I'm not gonna be an insurance company and pay out if it fails. You know, I'm not at that level. Okay. Let's see what happens. Jesus, man. I thought for sure. Okay, come on. Now I'm starting to get angry. Still no. That's the part I don't get. $30.23. Okay, you know what? This is just confusing enough that it deserves a unit test. Okay, so the difference with this use case is that instead of the bottom block in the stack getting destroyed, which works as expected, I'll push it further. I'll just push it all the way out. What I want to happen is for the player to stay right where she started, and for the rest of the stack to come down, and then for that extra, or that lowest block to end up over here. Push through. Okay. Let me check. That player piece. Is it 0, 1, 1? Should not have moved over. I want to see the block piece A. Moved out from under the stack. Okay. B should now be at the bottom of the stack. C should be next up. What's that? 113? Oh, yeah, that's okay. All right. Okay. So that's cool. Now I don't have to constantly replay in Unity to test this. I can just rerun the unit test. That's a little bit faster. I've got this unit test here to check for issues. So let's go back into piece. Okay, and so also it's a simpler scene, so I can look at the board squares while it's in the debugger and not be as confused about what they should contain. So it'll be easier for me to troubleshoot. Oh, I gotta start the debugger. Alright, so I might as well take a look here to see what the board looks like. Landing piece call, I expect that to be 1. What? Okay, that's interesting. Oh, of course. Of course. When I do the move to, that's going to update the landing piece call row height. So I actually have to save it before I move it. Okay, understood. Alright, so if I do... I can't drop anything before I move it, so I will have to save coordinates of it before it gets moved. And since I already have to do that, let's just move this down to the bottom. So I can let the piece fully do its thing. I can let it fly across the room and land wherever it lands. And after that's all taken care of, I can drop these pieces above it. Okay, so landing, CRH, C. This is so not dry. And I will want to refactor this. I'm not going to do it right now. Let's do that. And let's delete this. I keep on copying and pasting between these two functions, and it's embarrassing, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I can do some embarrassing things and still be good with it. Let's go back. Okay, that means it hasn't built yet. Okay, now are you done? Now can you run the thing I asked for? Okay, thank you. Okay, that's better. Okay, now it might actually do it. Yep, cool. Let's go ahead and play this baby. Nice. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So now, with that little bit of maintenance done, can move on to the thing that I really want to do. So these blocks. Okay, just made a, no, this thing. Let's update that first. Just gonna rename this to, here, let's go with this first. Okay, there, I just updated that. I realize I can call these Blockpads, and that'll make me a little bit happier. Blockpad. Thinking also I might want to make these depicted as like a depressed element, so it'll be depressed into the floor, and that way when a block lands on top of it or is generated on top of it, then it won't be a cheat. I could have it like up like 10% or something like that. You could do 3.1, something like that. But the truth is that will never be visible to the player, because this is the view you get. Well, maybe since that's the view you get, it is kind of foolish to worry about this being inset. I don't know. It seems like it might be just a little bit better to have it be inset, just as far as it making the world feel real. The trouble is, with the level design, it always have to be carving out little holes in the ground to put those things there, but that's not too bad. It's not too bad because, I don't know, it's just not that hard. It's just not. So the other thing I wanted to play with was putting like a letter on this. So if I put a text mesh, so I'm learning how to use these things for the first time. Component mesh, no. Okay. Create empty. Tools. Component mesh. Text mesh. Okay. Then I say A. The letter A. Oh, immediately I get something. That's cool. So then, I didn't want that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm adding the text mesh to the game object, and then suppose I want to change what it looks like a little bit. Let's make it black. You can see it more easily. Let's flip it. Okay. It's kind of neat to make just like some big 3D text in the middle of the scene. That is kind of the gist of it. It looks like really looks really chunky and blurry. I want something crisper than that. Okay. A little different font. Make it not blurry. Looks maybe a little better. Alright, I just want to figure out if this text mesh thing is going to suit my purposes. So it looks... Okay, font size. What do I do with 1? If I do 10, 14. Does it look better if I go smaller? Not really. No, it actually does not. Okay, if I zoom out to what the game would look like, does it look right? It just looks kind of... It still looks blurry. Like I don't really get how it could look like crisp text. Like it's making me feel like I need to make a texture. Like a texture that just has the letter there. Or my own mesh, which would be kind of a pain. What's this offset? See, let me see. Thought maybe it might do some cool bevel type thing. That would be neat. I mean, it actually is kind of cool. I got it to work so fast. Just, I don't know if it's gonna be usable for what I need. Let me try something. Let me see, because there must have been 5,000 people that had the exact same issue. Unity, text mesh, blurry. See, there it is. And I will enlarge. Oops. I will enlarge the screen. So if anyone is wanting to read along with me, they can. Okay. So higher font size. So start with a higher font size. Okay, I'm willing to try that. 40. Yeah, okay, it looks crisper. And then, okay, I'll go a little bit more. 100. So there, it's really looking better. So let me try scaling it down. See, probably won't matter. It seems like it's like a really flat thing. Now I'm getting somewhere. Okay, anchor, let's say middle center. This way I can put this guy right in the middle. I can have the text change if I want. Alright, so if I'm down here, there, okay, cool. So yeah. I think I might just have a little bit of self-indulgent fun and make a better texture for the block. And I can do that with this really cool app that I've got called FilterForge. And after I got FilterForge, I swear I'm not an advertisement for FilterForge. I have not been paid by them. After I got FilterForge, I stopped going to sites that had textures, because I realized I can procedurally generate pretty much any texture I want. So I'm thinking wood. And to be honest, here's what I'm going for. Like a child's building block. So if I can get something that looks like that. Alphabet building blocks. So this kind of thing, I won't make it quite so colorful, but to have you be pushing around these things with letters on them that look like these kind of blocks, that's the goal. Actually, this is pretty close to what I want. Although, yeah, these ones they don't have the wood. Is the wood important to me? So those have, but I like the font, and I like the size of the borders there. Let me see if I can find one I like better. As far as the wood texture, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I quite like that. Alright, I'm going to look for some kind of wood texture very close to this. And then I'll work backwards from that. So let's see. Wood. What have you got for wood? So this might be something good right here. So let's add that to the tray. This also looks promising. And all of these, when you load them up, they've got variants too, so it won't be exactly the same thing that's shown here. Just kind of a clean, well-sanded wood. That's what I'm after. Oh yeah, so those four seem like a good start. Let's try those. Okay. And basic wood. That one might not be bad. I don't really need the seamless tiling, or do I? No, let's keep the seamless tiling for now. What would it look like without? not any more interesting. Okay. Let's try more roughness. Let's try less roughness. Doesn't look much different to me in either way. Blending all the way to the one side. Just kind of change the hue. All the way to the other. Changes the hue. I don't know. This one seems okay. It doesn't necessarily seem like the best one. Let's keep going. Take a look at the other woods. This one I immediately like better than what we just looked at. I don't know how well these details will show up when the object is far away, the block is far away. But I see some variation in the texture. It looks like it would be interesting. So let's try this one. Seamless. All right. Let's just save this. Wood 1. Okay, let's take a look at the other woods. That one's kind of nice too. Actually, that one is pretty cool. And there's like some variations that look good too. Let's take a look at this diagonal one. Don't like that one. That doesn't look like actual organic wood. Try this one. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Go back to the first one. Do I like that better? Maybe so. Let's try that one. Want less detail? Try that. Yeah, it doesn't look as good. Alright, seamless tiling on. Slight angle. I don't think the angle looks good. Alright, so let's save that. Alright, tried the last one. Immediately does not look that good to me, but there's other presets here to check out too. I don't know, this doesn't look like a happy children's toy wood. It looks like old piece of driftwood down at the beach wood. So I'm gonna just start with those two textures and see how they play. Take this guy right here. Let's see. I gotta find my materials. I thought that I put those in a place where they get picked up. Let me refresh. Where did those actually get saved to? Save image as textures. Textures. Where are textures at? Well, that's one textures directory I have. It's not the right one. Jesus. Okay. Ooh, let's go. Blockwood. Okay, just where the fuck did you save? Promo. Why would I stick it in there? Okay, whatever. Okay, so that should do it. That should do it. Now Unity should wake up and find. Yep, you did. Good. So let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, feels to me like I need to make this block a little more complicated. So let's do that. I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay, but it could be much better. Let's get the A out of there. And so I'm gonna make like a just a nice little border around the edges. So if I'm way up here, feels a little bit a little bit coarse. So let's just make it not so deep of a bevel. That seems better. What? Okay. Phew. Okay. Cool. So that's one down. And then I'll just do the other ones too, same way. Might as well extrude all of these. And I'm not going to worry about the bottom, because it occurs to me there's like really no time that you would ever see the bottom as the player. You'd only see the top and sides. So there we go. Okay. The sad thing is I could be listening to music right now, but because I've decided to archive these videos on YouTube, I'm not listening to music. So it's just quiet. I could be listening to music. Because YouTube will take, it's my understanding anyways, I haven't actually tried this, but everyone tells me YouTube will take down videos kind of automatically if you hear that copyrighted music in there. One option I have, I may do at some point, is go to some places like, say, Gamedev, where there's just a ton of music that is licensable for different projects, and I could like simultaneously listen to music, so I'd have music to listen to, but also be evaluating potential music to put in the game. The thing that stopped me from doing that is there's a lot of crappy music to wade through. So if why that doesn't seem right. What happened? Okay. Yeah. So anyways, that's fine. At some point I may get some music going, but I want it to be like music that doesn't get my archive videos messed with on YouTube. Okay. Is that right? It's starting to look kind of like an okay thing. Right. What am I looking at? Did I not line it up right? What was I just doing there? So is it like the A is always visible, no matter its position? Because that's strange. I don't know if that would work for me. Seems like that might be really... Wait a minute, it's just... No. Okay, it doesn't get obstructed. Huh. Well, what to do with that? Because if I'm off over here, and look, yeah, the A is there. So that might be cool for some things. I'm just looking at different options. So this shader here says GUI, which makes me think, like, can I change that? GUI might be the thing that makes it sort of jump out in front of everything else. Alright, back to my little Unity window. Unity, text mesh, always on top. Okay, so there's a different shader. I thought it might be the shader. Hold on, I'll be right back. So I went to a link and nothing was there. Oh, but it's been moved. If I just would have read a little further, I could have avoided that. Okay. So this is what I was looking for. Okay, it would have been nice if it were just automatically included in Unity, but I guess this isn't bad. But I kind of wonder if I'll be able to change it. Font material. Let me look at this other one too. So there's like a different component that I saw. Text Mesh Pro. I don't even know how I got this. Is it included with Unity? Did it come in through something else I was using? Okay. That's fine. I've got my whole project on Git. If something really terrible happens, I can just back up to a previous version. Let me see if I can figure it out without the examples and extras. Alright, so A. So far I can't even see anything. It does have a bunch of nice options, it looks like. I'm not seeing anything yet. Yeah. Oh, shit. It's always good to just back up and see what the hell you have. So, okay, I have a giant letter A. I like it. Does it have like depth to it? No, it's like 2D. Okay, so let's take off the auto size. What happens if I go like 12? Okay. I kind of don't know what like this giant pane is here. What if I just say 1? Yeah. Height 1. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Okay. My next thing is, can I... Yes. Okay. Its default behavior is not to be like a GUI text on top of everything. Now I'm getting somewhere. I feel like this may work. Rotation. 90. Alright, let's get rid of this guy. On the bad side, I might be in for some Z fighting, which is always not fun. The nice thing though with my limited views, my limited ways that you can look at objects in a fairly consistent distance, is I can avoid hassling too much with Z fighting by just raising it up a little bit. This still seems to be pretty like it feels like I'm not gonna have to worry about Z fighting. This looks like the right option right here. Feeling good about this one. Okay. I also need these borders to be I want to have black borders. Well, before I do that, okay, I can get rid of this guy. So weird to see that T there. I don't understand why that T is selected. I mean, I know this, if I go here, why? What's the T about? Oh, it's just a selector for the, okay. Let's call this block. Let's call it up text, up letter. Okay. And I'll move that in a bit. Now let's see, let's move it into, where's my new block? Let's move that one down to the bottom. New. Up letter goes inside a block. Rename. Block. Okay, because I'm going to want to programmatically change these letters so that they are different depending on what the block is. Okay, about 9. Oh you know, I should do the worst case letter. Let's do W. Yeah, there we go. 8. No, I like bold. 7. 7. Okay. So there's W. Let's make it as big as I can. Oops. Because the other letters will have no trouble fitting, and I want them to be legible. Can I get away with 8? Okay, let's do 8. Oh, let's do totally centered. Okay. Do I want that line? No, I don't want that line. Cool. Okay, getting somewhere here. So let's make some more of these. Duplicate. Call this one South letter. And it will be cool. Okay, now one thing I don't know, is it facing the right way? Yep, okay. Okay. So let's do the other 4, other 3. And rotation will be B. Those ugly T's cluttering up my editor. This will be West letter. Okay. Duplicate west letter to make south letter. That would be 180. But that's a weird thing though. So on the top, W kind of barely fits. On the side, it's got all kinds of room. What's the difference? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Okay, so north worked fine. North was the right size. Okay, scale 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Then west. West, not so much. The fuck, man? If I do 0, is it like small? No, it's the right size. Wait, is it? These fucking T's all over the place. I don't need a T. Friggin' wasting my... Oh, jeez. Okay. So, something about this game object got messed up. I don't know where, how, but it's wrong. So, let me just... Fucking T's. Why? Okay, so let's duplicate that again. Let's do X 90 degrees. Oops. 0. Y 90 degrees. Okay, this looks right. Although it's hard to see shit because of the stupid T's. Alright, so that is west letter. Okay, duplicate that. South letter. Okay. And we set Y to be 180. Duplicate. Set this to be 270, and that will be east letter. I don't have to make a down letter because nobody will ever see the bottom of the block. To be honest, it's been kind of fun to take a little break from programming and just do some 3D modeling. 3D modeling's cool. I love it. I mean, if I did 3D modeling all the time, I'd go, hey, it'd be nice to take a break from 3D modeling and do some programming. That's how I am. Just kind of want these to be somewhat lined up. Suppose I could just do this with the position, so I can go, let's do -1.5. See if that works for these other ones too. Yep, that's a good way to do it. Fucking tease. Okay, so that's cool. Oh, God, I hate those tees. Unity. Hide text T. No, it's like one of those problems I have that it doesn't have good searchability because the letter T is not great to search for. Is it under gizmos? Can I just turn off? So I'm just looking through all the gizmos. There are many, many, many to see if there's one that looks like it might correspond to these stupid T's that are plaguing me. The reason why I'm spending some time on this is because I'll have a bunch of blocks on the screen and they'll have that stupid T all over them. So, oh, Text Mesh Pro. Oh yeah, it's probably not a thing that's worth fiddling with too much. Okay, so that was one of the wood blocks. Let me try the other one. I'm kind of curious to see what the other one looks like. In some ways, I kind of like that one better. It's kind of cleaner, simpler. Okay, let me try something else. Can I put put I'm looking for the shader. Mesh renderer, Blockwood. I think I'll be able to remove all these colliders too. Well, I'll wait till later on to do that. Why am I just not seeing the friggin' oh, I think I know why. So that's right, I gotta go to here and set the shader here. That'll do it. Oh, that's not bad. Alright, so then if I go up, so I could keep fiddling around and get these borders so that they're dark how I like them. Just to start out with though, I'm going to just see what happens if I update the prefab of a block with my new block. I just want to see what it looks like. And now because of these goddamn T's, I have to hit play to see what it really looks like. That's quite nice. Something new happened. Something new happened. Why would my changes to the model cause them all just to collapse like that? Let's see if this one is no, something's off. Something got screwy. What'd I do? I do like how it looks. It's too shiny. Like, it doesn't look wooden. The W is really clear though. That part is good. That shininess though, I might have to accept that as part of using that particular shader. Unless I really want to tweak that shader. Alright, so something screwed up. Let me just check a few things. Yeah, those have got all the letters. Feels like I lost some of these blocks. Yeah. Okay, so it's a deal where so it's some kind of offset issue. The offsets are not right. Okay, so let's get a prefab that I can trust out on the ground there. Let's get floor, basic prefab. Okay, so that's 11.1. That's 12.1. Yeah, you're not in the right spot. What? Oh, okay. So let's get this to 12 friggin' 1. Oh. Okay, 12.1 will be. Okay. I'm gonna have to do an offset here. Yeah. Create empty. Rename this to offset. Rename this to block. Okay, then I take the offset and move it to where I think it should be. Okay. Block. Really? Come on. Come on. 12. One. Okay, let's do this guy again. So you were at 12.1, negative 23. Go back to this guy, put him at 12.1. Okay, good. So if that top one is in the right spot for being on the pad, then I just have to move the offset. Not you, you stay there. Just have to move this guy, the offset, to be where I want it to be. Okay. So that. Oh, I'm not quite there yet. Negative 23 versus negative 16. Okay, so let's move you to negative 23. Okay. So the block is positioned on top of here, but the offset is not, so I fix the offset. Come on. Okay. 12. God, I can't win. Okay. So that's 1. This block is now at negative 1, so let's and the offset. Okay. 12, 1, negative 23. Trail renderer. No, don't mess with the trail renderer right now. Let's just get this back to something that works. Okay, I understand. So I just unpack. Unpack. Okay. Then I pull it onto you. Replace it. What do we got? My blocks are back where I expected them to be. So now, if I hit play, much better. And really crisp. I'm really liking the crispness of these blocks. Like, that's very legible. That's very understandable. I really like that. It's making me happy. Maybe I'm like too easily made happy. But right now I'm happy. I don't know why the camera is jumping down like that. It seems kind of screwy. The question is, are my blocks? No, they're not. There's something's off with the block still. After all that, let's see. No? How strange. How strange. I think I know what it is, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. They look good. Okay, so I think it's just which script I add this to. So I've got the simple piece discovery script. If I just add it up here instead of it being down there, then I should be good. Yeah. Block piece. Add component. No, not add component. Okay. And get rid of this other script since it's no longer used there. So remove that guy. Okay, that's a good time to save. Save it. Save it. Save the project. Save it and save the scene. And try it again. Now I have a new problem. So whenever I can't move around right after I hit play, that almost always means the same friggin' thing. It means there was some kind of error. Okay, but also I forgot to update my prefabs, right? Yeah, I did. I definitely did. But did I make a mistake on that? Simple piece discovery, creating block piece. So that should be good. Let's just update the prefabs. Okay. So now if I look at this, yeah, that's cool. Save that. Save project. Jesus. Okay, what are you complaining about? Oh, god damn it. You gotta do tag, block. So many things to remember. Okay. Tag, block. And then you, the offset, should not be a block anymore. You should be untagged. Alright. Then, update the prefab. Okay. Alright, back in business. Nice. Nice. The stream is way the fuck off. I mean the trail. The shadows being cast are interesting. There's these little gaps in the shadows. Is that just an artifact of my tricky little shaders? Hard to say. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. The trail looks really bad. So in the way that I would make the block pad, it would also have a letter on it indicating what type of block it generates. So if it's going to be a W block pad, it would have a W on it. No, I'm almost thinking that I shouldn't put a black border around edges of that, because it looks pretty good like it is, and it allows me to get that extra edge where the shader picks it up and draws a nice line that looks like an ink stroke. I might have gotten like pretty close to the final model right there. I mean, I know my standards aren't the highest, but I think that looks pretty good. It's got that look sort of like a Scrabble piece. The wood and then the black letter on it. You can see where one block begins and another ends. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of like it. Alright, don't be so self-indulgent. Let's fix those trails. That won't be that hard. I say now. Okay. Is there an offset I can just add to the trail? It's the thing I don't really get. It's like all of a sudden, for whatever fucking reason, these objects will have the the handle here that shows the origin will just jump way the fuck away from the actual object. There's no mesh that is out here in this space. There's nothing out there. So like, why? Why have the origin of the object be far away from even any point inside of it? And what was the triggering action that did that? I mean, it was when I added those meshes, but what was the use of Unity changing the origin? Origin might be the wrong word, but the coordinates by which this would be offset from. So now I've got this junky thing off over here, and the trail is starting out over here because of it. Not real happy with that. I don't see any options to just adjust the offset in the trail. I could just add another game object. I'll try this. Create empty. I'll call this my trail center. Okay. So trail center, we'll put right in the middle. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. I didn't do it exactly right. Let's see. Negative 0.5. Okay, that looks right. Then I'll take the existing trail, copy the component, and I will add it back over here. No. Oh, I think you need like a... What do you need? Some kind of renderer, some kind of mesh, a collider component. Huh. Well, I'll just try that. Okay, so there's a renderer. Don't receive shadows, cast shadows off. Maybe that isn't actually helpful. Let's remove that. Let's try trail renderer. Okay, that worked. And I'll paste the component values. Okay. So then I want to remove the trail renderer from this other game object. And unpack the prefab, update the prefab, replace it. I know what I'm doing. Okay, then I'll just do a little test here. It looks like it's got a good chance of working. So let's try it. Yeah. Yeah, pretty sweet. Quite happy right now. I didn't even get to the part where I was going to explain why this game element was going to be so cool. But it might be more of a show don't tell type of a thing. I do think it is going to be really great. Alright, I gotta see what time my partner's coming home and decide when I'm gonna make dinner. So I might go just a little bit longer, just unless she's gonna be home soon, then alright, so now I'm being slightly self-indulgent, I have to admit. So I just like how these things look and how they act. Oh man, I hit stop on Unity, like okay. I did it right in the middle of it loading a level. I think that confused it slightly. But it's alright, I made it. Okay, save the scene. Save the project. Git commit the project. Git add assets. Git commit everything. Letter blocks. Bug fix. Okay. So I don't have that much more time. I just want to do a little bit more. So let me beef up this just a tiny bit. The Blockpad I can make this pipe around the outside. I can give it a texture that's consistent with what I gave to the blocks. So let's do that. Okay. And then the next thing is I can take one of these guys, and I can put it in here. Okay, so I'll have to be a little bit smaller. But I'll make it as big as I can. Q. Let me just try another big letter, make sure. Yep. W really is the worst. Okay. So there's that. And I think that looks pretty good. I could try doing the inset thing I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. But that's not the most important thing in my mind. This pad will suffice. So want to make for the block pad something that lets me specify its initial starting properties. So I have this category. Oh, that's a beep. That's a little text beep there. Let's see if Elizabeth replied back. Oh, she's getting home late, so that means I can go a little bit later. I'm going to ask her which of some different options she wants. So discovery is these discovery classes, therefore providing information in the Unity editor that is used to create the piece classes when the board loads. So block pad discovery. This is where I put in stuff that's editable inside of the Unity scene editor. Okay, I forgot like a whole bunch of stuff about this, so let me kind of copy over from another class that's similar. All right, so let's go with public car letter and public int count. Okay. So I like to make these 2-string handlers. So in the debugger I can mouse over the structs really easily and see what they are. Yeah, so kind of winding down here, but I just thought it'd be nice to see one more little thing before I stop. So, in fact, I'm not going to implement all of this, just enough that it'll compile. AutoFabber, iDiscovery. What do I need for iDiscovery? Create. Okay. I don't know why you. Oh, because it's okay. Really? Autofabber by Discovery. I don't get it. I'm just doing exactly the same. I don't like that. Oh, that's right. Okay, I had AutoFab in a whole different namespace because I thought maybe I might want to spin that off and make it into like a third-party package type thing, or like a Unity store thing, because I thought it might be cool enough for that in the future. Or even if I don't think it's that cool, it might be good to reuse it across projects. So that was my conceit. Alright, so return. Really? Yeah, I don't get that. I do not get that. Why would you not? That's exactly the same thing. What are you talking about? Ugh. Oh, public? Is that what needs? It's called count, block count. Okay. So let's add some blocks in, huh? Let's do that. What was that spoke? Spoke prefab, okay. So let's do that. Public, transform, block, prefab. Okay, that. Okay. This is weird. Suddenly it's showing like a very limited set of scripts. So I say add component, could do a new script. I don't want to create a new script, I really want one of the existing scripts. Oh, you know what it is? I just had that search text there and it drastically reduced what was available. Okay. Blockpad discovery. The letter, it might as well be W. Let's pick it A. Let's set the, no, set it from the prefab. Blockpad. Prefab is this guy here. block count. This would be really cool if it worked the first time. It worked the first time. Okay. It's off by 1, but that's fine. Okay, the next one didn't go up. Alright. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a good start. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you just do block position Y plus equal block height, and that should do it. Waiting for you to rebuild. There. That's positioned right. I can do many of these as I want. I just set the number and it sets it to whichever height I need. Can do, let's do a big one. Let's do a fucking huge one. 50. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I like it. I like it. Okay. The next test might be to hit play, but is that going to crash something? Because I didn't finish implementing this guy to create something. Fair chance it'll crash something. Can move. Yes, I can move. Alright, now I'm going to have a block party. Oh, it's not letting me. Okay, so those blocks I can't seem to move. What about these? These blocks I can't move. So maybe I messed something up. Maybe I messed something up. That's weird. I like the towers or letters though. That's cool. It looks neat. I don't like that it stopped working, but I feel like it's probably pretty easy to fix. Whenever something completely stops working and there was no reason for it to, it's usually just something simple. But my brain's getting a little bit tired here, and I think I'm just looking at the pretty blocks for a little bit longer, and then I'll go on to other things and stop the stream. Yeah. Alright, good time to stop. Let's make this prefab. Wait, don't replace. Before I do that, let's get rid of all these blocks. Nice, 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 nice. And there we go. Place it. Okay, and save it. Save project. Okay, do the blocks still have? Yeah, okay. Okay. Alright, pretty happy with all that. Alright, time to stop. Time to stop. So then we will stop, we will stop, we will stop. And we'll stop it like